You finished cancer treatment. You did it, but nobody told you that a year later your body would still feel like a stranger's.
You're tired. You look different now. And you're wondering, is this just my life now? It's not. And today I'm going to tell you exactly why this is happening and what you can actually do about it. I'm talking about the 1-year mark and beyond. The phase when the BC Cancer Agency starts stepping back. Your checkups get further apart, and people around you expect you to be back to normal, when inside, you know something has shifted. It can be a real lonely and confusing time. It makes complete sense to feel that way.
Maybe traveling to Victoria or Vancouver for cancer treatment once took all your energy, and now that the travel is over, you're wondering why you're still so exhausted. Maybe your body looks different, even though the scale hasn't changed. Or you have lost weight and don't feel yourself yet. It's understandable to feel frustrated when things don't snap back. Those are exactly the questions we're going to work through today. From a nutrition and wellness perspective, I'm here to support you with real practical information that can help your body do what it's already trying to do: heal. You're doing the best you can for your body. Hey, let's get into it. First, let's talk about what actually happens to your body during cancer treatment, because understanding this is the key to your recovery. Powerful tools like chemotherapy and radiation leave marks. It can feel like these changes are here to stay, but hey, your body is still in the middle of its recovery process for longer than most folks expect.
Here's what commonly happens. Cancer accelerates a process called catabolism, which is basically your body breaking down muscle for fuel. You lose muscle faster than you can rebuild it, especially when your appetite is low due to the treatment and this mechanism. This is a physiological response to the cancer, and you could not possibly eat enough to stop muscle wasting during active cancer growth.
2. Fat redistribution. If you were on steroids during treatment, you may have noticed fat accumulating around your abdomen and face. This is a well-known side effect. The good news? It can shift over time, but it takes patience and the right strategy. We're going to talk about that strategy today because you deserve to feel comfortable in your skin again.
And hey, here's something nobody tells you. Subcutaneous fat is actually a gift for folks with future cancer risk. It's an energy reserve your body can lean on if things get tough again. I know it's hard to see it that way, but your body is actually looking out for you in its own way. You're doing a great job listening to it. The fatigue that doesn't quit. Cancer-related fatigue is real, it's physical, and it is not the same as sleepiness. It's connected to inflammation and hormone changes. There are nutritional ways to support your energy levels. I've seen how much strength it takes to recover from cancer. There are also metabolic changes. Your body's ability to process and use nutrients may have shifted. Your gut microbiome may have taken a hit. Your appetite and taste preferences may still be recovering. Your body is doing its best to recalibrate, and we're going to give it the support it needs to restore balance. For sure.
I want to emphasize, none of this is your fault. Your body has been through a battle. It requires a specific, compassionate approach to rebuild. So let's ask the big question. What does your body actually need right now to move forward into a state of wellness? The number one principle I want you to take away from today is this. This is not the time to restrict. I cannot say that strongly enough. Your body has been through something enormous. It is actively trying to repair cells and rebuild muscle. That work takes fuel. If you undereat, hey, you are working against yourself. You deserve to be nourished. Let's talk about the 3 pillars of recovery nutrition. Pillar 1, enough energy, eat enough, period. We are not going on a diet. We are not counting calories to cut them. Your energy intake should meet your body's daily needs without running a deficit. Fueling your recovery is one of the most powerful ways you can care for yourself right now. See, a calorie deficit makes you feel weak and affects your mood. Hangry, anyone? We've all been there. When you're recovering, hey, that low energy and irritability are signs your body is crying out for fuel. Don't starve the healing process. Your mood will thank you for the extra energy. It's okay to prioritize your needs here, honestly. I want to take a moment to talk about one of the most common fears folks have, and honestly, one of the most misunderstood topics: sugar. If you've ever been told that sugar feeds cancer or that you should cut out all carbs to starve your tumor, I want you to listen to this. It makes sense to take precautions, but the science tells a more nuanced story.
Here's the biology. Every single cell in your body, your brain cells, your muscle cells, your immune cells, and yes, cancer cells too, runs on glucose for energy. Glucose is the fuel your body makes from the carbohydrates you eat. Cancer cells do use glucose, often quite aggressively. But here's the critical point. Eating sugar does not make cancer cells grow faster, and cutting sugar out does not make them grow more slowly. There is no evidence that a sugar-free diet lowers your risk of cancer recurrence. Your healthy cells need that glucose just as much. I hope that takes some of the pressure off.
The reason this myth has been so persistent comes from a misunderstanding of how PT scans work. Doctors use radioactive glucose to light up areas of high activity, including tumors. Some folks concluded cancer loves sugar, but it just shows they are more active, not that feeding them less will slow them down. That's the thing. You don't have to fear a carb.
Now, I want to be honest with you. Excess added sugar in soft drinks and packaged sweets is worth moderating, not because it directly causes cancer, but because it contributes to inflammation. I know that's a lot to manage, hey? The type of carbohydrate matters more than whether you eat them at all.
Choose complex options like oats and legumes over refined pastries. But hey, here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to be afraid of fruit. I don't want you to avoid a piece of birthday cake with your grandchildren. I don't want you to turn every meal into an exercise in fear. I want you to find joy in your food again. Fear of food is its own kind of harm. When folks become so anxious that they restrict intake, the result is often inadequate nutrition and slower recovery. That is a real risk. Adequate, nourishing nutrition is more protective than the perfect diet. The goal is a well-nourished body that has what it needs to rebuild. A piece of fruit or a bowl of oatmeal. These are not threats. They are part of a sustainable human way of eating. Limit ultra-processed foods simply because your body runs better on better fuel. That's it. Next, what does 100 grams of protein actually look like? Nutrition guidance should always be discussed with your healthcare team. Pillar 2, protein. This is your most important nutrient right now. Protein is what your body uses to rebuild muscle and keep your immune system functioning. And hey, some folks in long-term recovery are not getting nearly enough of it. It's the building material for your new body. How much do you need? A reasonable target for cancer survivors is around 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. For many, that's 80 to 100 grams daily. And hey, don't just eat it all at dinner. Distribution matters. Your body needs a steady supply of protein throughout the day. If you're skipping protein at breakfast and lunch and loading up at dinner, your body can only use so much at once. Spread it across every meal and snack. This keeps the muscle rebuilding process switched on all day long. It's a smart way to support your body's natural healing rhythm. Makes sense? Pillar 3, quality fats and micronutrients. Not all fat is the enemy. The fats in nuts, seeds, olive oil, avocado, and fatty fish are anti-inflammatory and protective. These are foods you want to embrace, not fear. They support your hormones and your brain health. Give your body the good stuff, for sure. Limit highly processed fats, hydrogenated oils, and excessive saturated fat. And finally, don't forget your fruits and vegetables. They provide fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins that your recovering body genuinely needs. Color on your plate is your friend. It's the quality of the substrates you give your cells. You're building a foundation for health.
I know 100 grams of protein sounds like a lot, so let me make it real for you. It's not as hard as you think when you break it down. Let's look at some common foods and how they contribute to your daily goal, so you can see how achievable this really is. A large egg has about 6 grams of protein. Greek yogurt, the thick kind, has around 15 to 17 grams per serving. That's a great start to your morning. If you combine 2 eggs with some Greek yogurt, hey, you're already nearly a third of the way to a good daily target. A 3-ounce piece of chicken or fish has roughly 20 to 25 grams. Half a cup of cottage cheese gives you 14 grams. These are your power hitters. Including a serving of one of these at lunch and dinner makes hitting that 100-gram target much more realistic without needing huge portions. Easy peasy. A handful of mixed nuts adds another 6 grams. Smoked salmon on crackers at lunch, another 10 to 15 grams. It adds up when you're intentional. Think of these as your nutritional gap fillers. Every little bit counts toward cancer recovery. Try this routine. Breakfast, eggs or Greek yogurt. Lunch, salmon, leftovers, or bean soup. Dinner, chicken, fish, or a legume dish. Snacks, nuts, yogurt, or hummus. You don't need to be a chef. You just need to make it easy to grab. Stick with it. I know you can find a rhythm that works for you. One more thing while we think about food, and this one gets overlooked: calcium. For folks who've been through treatment that affects bone density, getting enough calcium is genuinely important. Strong bones matter for sure, but calcium also plays a role in muscle function. Hey, if you're not eating much dairy, you might be low. Give those bones what they need: water. I know, you've heard it before, but hear me out, because hydration in cancer recovery is genuinely different. Support those kidneys and liver while recovering. Pale yellow urine is your sign you're doing well. If water is unappealing, hey, add some cucumber or frozen berries. Herbal teas count too. All right, let's keep moving. Let's talk about supplements and what actually makes sense for where you're at right now. Principle 1, food first, always. A well-nourished body doesn't need a cabinet full. I know it's tempting to try everything, but more is not always better. Filling nutritional gaps is better. You're being wise about your health to make good decisions about your supplements.
During active treatment, many oncologists will ask you to stop all supplements. Why? Because some vitamins and antioxidants can actually protect cancer cells from the very treatments designed to destroy them. Always check with your team before taking anything. I appreciate your caution here. Safety first. Now, in long-term recovery, the picture changes. Magnesium and B12 can be valuable supports. Heads up on that. Magnesium can help with muscle spasms and sleep. Calcium is key if you're low on dairy. Vitamin D is worth checking for immune function and bone health. B12 is worth monitoring if you had gut side effects. These are targeted solutions. Hey, for specific recovery needs, focus on targeted supplementation based on actual deficiencies, guided by your healthcare team. You're managing your health with such care. That's the thing.
This brings me to something we do at Wise Eats Nutrition, a custom-designed nutrition supplement formulated specifically for you. Generic supplements are made for a general population, not for someone navigating the nutritional aftermath of cancer treatment. This is where personalized nutrition makes a real difference. I'm happy to offer you this specific kind of support. For sure. At Wise Eats, we use your dietary intake and history to fill precisely your gaps at the right doses and in forms your body can actually absorb. It's about precision. We aren't guessing. Hey, we're measuring and then responding with exactly what your unique system requires for long-term health. I'm here to take the guesswork out of your recovery. That's the Wise Eats way. You know what I mean? We start with a thorough assessment: what you're eating, what your body has been through, and where the actual gaps are. If you've got recent blood work from your doctor or specialist, we review that together. Then we build the supplement around you specifically. No guessing. Just a tool designed for what your body is actually asking for right now. The goal is always food first, and that's what we work on in our consultations. But for the gaps food can't close, having a supplement designed for you makes a difference. If you're curious, hey, the link is below. We'll look at the full picture together. Because the most powerful thing isn't taking more, it's taking the right ones for you. You may be eating excessively or taking supplements to combat fatigue. Fatigue is common. And here's the truth. Cancer-related fatigue is not a shortcoming. It is a physiological reality. One of the most overlooked contributors is poor sleep quality, specifically not getting enough deep, restorative sleep. You might sleep 8 hours and still wake up exhausted. That's a sign your sleep architecture is disrupted. It's hard to keep going when you're that tired.
What disrupts it? Stress, hormones, and pain. And for many survivors, undiagnosed sleep apnea. If you're waking up tired or needing naps all day, please talk to your doctor. A sleep study is a simple investigation that could be a genuine turning point. You're doing the right thing by looking for answers. Don't just accept the exhaustion, look for the cause. It's important, right on. From a nutrition standpoint, fatigue is worsened by undereating and inadequate protein. Take your food seriously, not as a luxury, but as medicine. When you feed your body the right materials, hey, you give it the energy it needs to actually complete the repair work. Nutrition is the fuel for your new life. I see you making food a priority, and that's a big win. It's the thing.
You don't need to run a marathon, but you do need movement, specifically resistance-based movement to rebuild the muscle you lost. Research shows that structured exercise is one of the most powerful tools available for reducing fatigue and reducing recurrence risk. It's about building strength, one purposeful movement at a time. Do your most demanding activities during your best energy window, often in the morning for many people. Plan rest intentionally, not reactively. This helps you avoid the boom and bust cycle. Movement and protein work together. You need protein to rebuild the muscle you lost during treatment and movement to stimulate repair. I want to close with something important. Recovery from cancer is not a straight line. There will be days when you feel strong and days when everything feels hard again. Both are part of the same process. What I hope you take away is this: your body is not broken. It is rebuilding. You are doing the work. And hey, that's enough. You don't have to figure this out alone. If you'd like personalized support, I work one-on-one through Wise Eats Nutrition. There's a link below to book a consultation. If you found this helpful, like and share it, because there are many folks navigating this quietly, and they deserve to know there is a path forward. I'm Rachel McBryan, licensed dietitian in British Columbia at Wise Eats Nutrition. Get wise about what you eat and take real good care of yourself out there. I'll see you in the next one.